Indoor training used to be a mind-numbing affair, but these days there's a whole host of software to make the undeniable gains and efficiency of turbo training easier to reach than ever before. Here's our honest and unbiased look at the pros and cons of 7 of the most popular indoor training apps, and stick around till the end for our recommendations based on whether you're looking for maximum performance gains, maximum immersion, or simply pain cave enjoyment. So it seems rude not to start with by far the most popular app on the market, which is of course Zwift. Whilst not for everyone, there's certainly something to be said when a brand name becomes, well, a verb. Zwift is by far the most game-like of all the options here, foregoing some realism in favour of cartoon-like customizable avatars and terrain, which it has to be said, some people do actually really dislike. While some of the maps do closely resemble real-world roads, i.e. Alp de Zwift for example, it's unlikely you're going to feel like you're actually there, especially when you're in the centre of a volcano. Despite the game-like looks, don't be deceived, this is a serious training tool, and many of the fastest riders in the country, scrap that, world, like to flex their muscles in races such as the huge WTRL League, Zwift Academy, or even the UCI Indoor World Champs. The biggest positive of Zwift, other than being able to rep the road.cc kit, is the sheer number of people using it. This means that whichever map you choose, there's a huge number of riders to push you, and this is something that I personally find very motivating. There's also an abundance of events to suit all abilities, so whether you're looking for something competitive or something with a bit more of a community feel, then there's something for you 24/7. Along with a total of nearly 3,000 kilometers of routes ranging from open roads to dirt tracks, Zwift has recently been updating its training plans and structures workouts, an area that previously it was lacking behind its competition. Whilst in my opinion these are big improvements, there is still better out there in this regard. At $12.99 a month, Zwift is one of the more expensive options out there, but being well established, the setup and navigation has been refined, making it one of the easiest indoor training apps to use, despite tons of functionality. MyWhoosh is another option that provides workouts and training programs. Its focus though is on esports, and it hosts a weekly racing series that calls itself Sunday Race Club.
Hello and welcome to the MyWhoosh Sunday Race Club. Here we go, the riders are going to set off and get in this kick. Watch the power.
Despite being free, MyWhoosh puts real life prizes on the line too. In fact, a pot of $96,000 each month, which is obviously there to try and pull in the world's top esport pros. To help stop e-doping, oh yeah, that's a thing now, there's a performance verification system that runs for every single race and assesses competitors' data, quality and achievability. Don't worry though, if you're not Tadej Pogacar, then MyWhoosh matches its competitors against riders of similar capabilities for a level racing field. This, in our experience, has been really accurate and leads to greater motivation to push yourself harder. Unfortunately, there are a few cons as well. As most of the routes are set in the Middle East, you could soon get rather bored of the endless sand, and there's also not currently any Mac support. Both of these things obviously are likely to improve as MyWhoosh continues to find its feet. One thing that is unlikely to change, however, is that you'll always need a power meter and heart rate monitor rather than a simple speed sensor setup. This obviously helps to avoid spurious data in races, but does make the software less beginner friendly. Moving on, RGT has long been Zwift's closest competitor, and since being bought by Wahoo and integrated into the Systm X, there's been a host of new features such as in-ride voice chat to try and get ahead of its rival. As demonstrated by this handy graphic, the left portion of the X is Wahoo Systm and incorporates what used to be Sufferfest. The right part is RGT. Wahoo RGT is an excellent alternative to Zwift, offering what it believes is greater ride experience realism. It claims that rider movement, drafting, braking and resistance are more realistically replicated. The graphics are also of gaming quality, which does help to make the experience more immersive. A big pro of RGT is that it offers users the chance to use the app for free, with limited features compared to the subscription model. However, riding real roads is possible on the free version, and you can still join a public ride or a private ride organised by a friend. You can upload route files using Wahoo RGT's Magic Roads feature. This is converted to a route on RGT, letting you ride somewhere you've always wanted to go, or just a local loop without leaving your house. The other half of the X brings plenty of other functionality, such as recommending training, including strength and yoga sessions, and allowing you to complete ride sessions either indoors or out. The 4DP test is also very good, and we think it's an excellent, albeit painful way of measuring your capability as a rider. Wahoo X isn't cheap. In fact, it's a very similar price to Zwift. You do benefit from more personalized training plans and workouts, but the comparative lack of users does limit event and race choice. Rouvy's key feature is augmented reality riding, in which it provides videos of classic cycling routes and tells your FEC home trainer how much resistance to impose to simulate the effort on a particular climb. It works with non-smart trainers too, calculating your virtual power based on your current speed and the profile of the course. Now, we have found that the videos can be a little bit glitchy on low-end devices, and this is mainly to do with the high quality of the videos. Even the lowest quality videos are still high definition, so you will need to consider your internet connection and the device you run it from. For those of you in the UK, you might either be glad or frightened to hear that segments such as the mighty Fred Whitten Sportive is on air. As well as indoor training, Rouvy can import your rides from the real world too, so you can keep all your riding data in one place to track your progress. One of the biggest benefits to multi-cyclist households is that the subscription, which can be as low as €12 a month, covers a whole household. So the whole family, up to 5 devices and 3 people, can enjoy or suffer through more than 3,000 routes. If you fancy creating your own race or a more real-world experience in your garage, then Rouvy will provide it. The whole feeling does just kind of feel a bit isolated though. Fulgaz is in essence very similar to Rouvy, with 1,200 augmented reality routes, and so many of the same pros and cons apply. A feature we particularly liked was the left-right power balance, but this does of course require external hardware. One of the main appeals of Fulgaz over Rouvy is the inclusion of Ironman routes. For example, I've been trying out Wales and Lanzarote. This will be a determining factor for many triathletes out there. For simulating a route, Fulgaz is very impressive, and you can say it in 3 modes: steady, reactive, or challenge. Steady is useful if you know how long you've got to do a session, as you ride with someone else's speed rather than yours. Reactive mode is similar to most other software out there, and challenge is similar but gives you a carrot on a stick. The app also allows you to set up things like video quality, wind speed, rolling resistance, and aerodynamic drag. Now that's cool and excellent if you want to simulate race day. You can also download routes in advance, which is great for anyone with poor internet connection. Unlike on Rouvy, you won't find any augmented reality banners or riders or power-ups for that matter to help motivate you, and the route selection filters could also do with some work. Fulgaz will set you back $9.99 a month. When we reviewed the software, we did find a few areas that needed some work, such as the video playback speed at any other speed than it was filmed at, stability, and loading speeds. If Fulgaz can iron these out, then it's onto a winner. TrainerRoad quite simply means business. It's the most serious out of all the options here, and that certainly appears to deliver results as long as you can motivate yourself to use it. TrainerRoad uses customized plans, AI FTP detection, machine learning, and adaptive training plans to structure training depending on a rider's specific goals. With over 100 different plans specific to each aspect of cycling, such as, well, there's hill climbing, road racers, time trialists, XC Olympic, criterium riders, rolling road racers, triathletes, XC marathon, short track XC, cyclocross, gravity, and then just general fitness riders. They really have covered all the bases. Additionally, the platform has over 1,000 workouts available for its users. And like many other apps, there's a custom workout creator function too. You can log your sessions, select training plans, and track your data from sessions, all inside the app after an initial assessment has measured your FTP. The app's new adaptive training feature acts like an AI coach by tailoring sessions to your current condition. The software interprets your data and makes the training schedule easier if you're fatigued or harder if you're fresher or getting stronger. This is by far the most expensive option we've looked at, but has the potential to deliver the biggest results. Just don't expect any entertainment over specificity. And there's also no free trial, but if you don't like it after 30 days, then you can get your money back. Bkool was in fact one of the first in the market offering online competition using rider power and physics-based algorithms. The app lets you select one of 4 sessions: route, which are road rides such as Grand Tour stages or your own, workouts in a personally set power zone, velodrome including events such as the Kieran, elimination or pursuit races, and of course the all-important FTP test. The look and feel of the app is similar to RGT with 3D rendered roads and avatars. The whole package is there, but the execution is not up to the same high standards as with some rival software. Maybe Bkool has ran before it could walk because it by far offers the most functionality, but at the expense of video quality, reactivity, and graphics, which obviously have an impact on the overall ride experience. There's also far less opportunities for competition and communication with other riders, but the customizable training plans feature is very nice. Another positive is that there's 3 viewing modes for every route. Oh, and Bkool is also one of the cheapest options on this list. Indoor training apps are a very personal thing, but here's our opinion. For the vast majority of riders, Zwift is still the app to go for. If you can look past the gamified looks and justify the £13 a month, then it offers by far the largest number of events, races, and best community feel. If, however, you're less about the fun and all about the gains, then our pick would be TrainerRoad. The structured workouts and training plans take some serious beating. And you will take some serious beating as well. It's as close to as many riders will get to having a personal coach without paying for a personal coach. That said, we also do have a lot of time for the other options, and we're not just saying that. The indoor cycling market is so competitive that the apps have been forced to deliver top-tier performance, and each brings something different to the table. For example, if you want to scout out a future real-life ride, then Fulgaz would be a very good pick. Or if you're not prepared to spend hard-earned cash to sit in your own garage, then MyWhoosh is a perfectly sound option. Many of the apps that we've mentioned offer a free trial period that can last anywhere between up to a month. This is a great way of trying before you buy and seeing if it is indeed the software for you. If you're looking to get quicker on the bike, then check out our advice on how to maximize your training time by combining outdoor and indoor training. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below of which training app you currently use and why.